In order for students to be able to learn the best, they must have the right attitude, and it is the teacher's job to help them reach that attitude. Attitude is very important because not every student will understand all the materials, so they need to adapt to feeling accomplished when doing the best that they can. Hello, my name is Veronica Pollock, and I am preparing to be a high school math teacher. I will prepare students for the types of problems that will apply to harder math classes and other types of classes, and even just the types of problems that will come later in the school year with the course I am teaching. I will hopefully prepare them for the experience of taking math classes in college and give examples of math used in the real world. There are a few challenges when it comes to the teaching-learning process. One challenge is making sure there is clear communication between student and teacher, with such things as the goals of the class and the due dates and purposes of assignments. Another challenge is maintaining the position of authority while being friendly and understanding of your students. You should be approachable so that they feel comfortable coming to you for help. As far as teaching methods, I would like to use lecture and lecture with discussions because giving the information and examples with allowing discussions is very important in the area of math. I would also like to implement small group activities so that the students can brainstorm off of each other, individual work so that they can get confidence to do it themselves, and a lot of take-home worksheets and book work for practice. Practice is a very important part of understanding math. In using these methods, I hope to also communicate to my students that I am always willing to help them outside of class or after class and do whatever I can to help them do the best that they can. Math is in itself a logical skill that not all students have, so the best for one student is not always the best for another. I hope to help my students realize this so that they have the right attitude and do the best that they can. My goals for my students are to help them understand the material, to help them develop an interest even if it is not their best subject, and to do what I can to keep them focused. To keep my students motivated, I hope to use a variety of activities and teaching methods. I'm going to implement fun, hands-on activities for the students to physically see what is going on when possible. I will also encourage discussions about math, especially on the topic of, when am I ever going to use this in real life? And trying to get everyone involved. I was a fan of this question when I was younger and have found it to be a common question. I hope to get my students, especially those that aren't doing well, to understand that not everyone is great at math, and it is the time you put into trying that counts. I will also do what I can to be available to help them understand the material. This will hopefully help them to be more optimistic and motivated. I will also make sure they know that I care by asking them about their weekends at the beginning of class, or if there is some free time at the end of class, and by being authoritative yet understanding of what other things may be going on in their lives outside of class. I'm going to be very conscious of what is going on around me, how students interact, how I interact with different students, and especially what is said in the classroom. Whether a student is of a different race, gender, background, or class, this will not matter in my classroom. Respect for others will be very important, and no one will be more or less privileged by these factors. All that will matter is behavior and making sure the students realize that I mean business when keeping my classroom in order. Respect me, and I will respect you. Another important thing to understand as a teacher is that everyone has certain ways that they learn the best. Students can learn visually, auditorily, kinesthetically, logically, interpersonally, intrapersonally, or through different combinations of these. I will make sure to pay attention to how the majority of the class learns, but still try to have different activities to cover the various learning styles in addition to the lectures that I will have most days. I will also be sure to pay attention to who learns the best which way, so that if that student needs to come in and see me for help, I will know how to best go about helping them. I will also be sure to encourage the individual thinking and try to present all possible ways to do a problem if there is more than one. I believe in helping every student in the best way I can, and that includes giving them the right attitude about learning math.